What is the best life insurance for H1B visa holders? Hi, my name is Janeta Getchip with One Stop Life Insurance, and I have been in the insurance industry for almost 2 decades. So in this video, I would like to point out what we believe is the best type of life insurance for visa holders, and in particular H1B visa holders. Now, before we start, I would like to point out that we believe that it's best to consider life insurance as a strategy instead of as a single policy. If you really want to maximize the policy and get all of the benefits, unfortunately, it's not set one and done type of thing. So back to the topic, we believe there is a best strategy for H1B visa holders rather than a best policy for H1B visa holders. So let us explain. What we mean by strategy is simply combining two separate types of policies to address the overall need for life insurance. And we will break this down in different categories, policy 1 and policy 2, and then we will outline why each of these products specifically is important and it's most beneficial for you. Piece of the puzzle is term insurance with living benefits. Now, you probably heard of term insurance. It's very basic, straightforward type of product where you can get a lot of coverage for fairly low monthly premium. The way it works is you make your payments, you pay. Should you pass away, should you die, the policy pays out typically a lump sum benefit to your beneficiary, which is income tax free, meaning most cases they don't pay taxes for that. Like the benefit, it's $1 million, they get to keep $1 million. Now, this is great. However, when we're looking at this overall strategy, I will highly recommend you consider term insurance with living benefits. Now, living benefits, it's something that's been a while, for a minute now, but not everyone knows what living benefit is, how it works, is it more. We've created many videos on the topics of life insurance with living benefits, but just to give you a quick overview, living benefits allow you to file a claim against your death benefit if you're diagnosed with qualifying chronic, critical, or even terminal condition. Just to give you an example, if you're diagnosed with heart attack, stroke, invasive cancer, you may file a claim against your death benefit and use it while you're still alive, so you don't have to die for the policy to pay out. One thing that we want you to keep in mind is life insurance with living benefits cost about the same as life insurance without living benefits. On different products, you may see a difference of like $2, $3, $5 a month, which in a big scheme, it's not that significant. So if you want to get some more information on term life insurance with living benefits, just take a look at some of the other videos we've created or simply reach out to us. But now, this was the first piece of the puzzle, term life insurance with living benefits. The second piece of the puzzle is some sort of a permanent plan. Now, why do we believe you need to have two policies, and why specifically term and permanent? Term insurance addresses temporary need of coverage. You want to make sure that the mortgage is paid off in case something happens to you. You have small kids relying on your income or care. Those are temporary needs. At some point in future, if everything goes well, you will have the mortgage paid off, the kids will be financially independent, they will no longer need that $1-2 million of life insurance that they need today. So this is temporary need, maybe for the next 10, 20, 30 years. So it makes sense to cover it with temporary insurance. Not to mention that term insurance, it's, as we mentioned, very relatively affordable. Now, why adding the permanent insurance to it? Isn't it term just enough? Well, think of it this way. We know that we all going to die at some point. It's just inevitable. The only thing is we don't know when exactly. So if that happens to be 40 years down the line, great. But then your term insurance will be long gone and you will be without insurance. And funeral or dying in America, it's expensive. There are things you need to plan for, such as the actual cost for funeral. Where do you want to be buried in the US or your country of origin? Your family will need to take time, maybe take time off work to come and attend the funeral. So it's just, there is cost associated with that. And it makes sense to have a small permanent insurance that you've locked in to cover for your funeral down the line, whenever that happens to be, hopefully in 50 years down the line. Now, here's the fun part though. On the permanent plan, you have options. You can have that set up however you want, and most importantly, however it is more important to you. What are your needs, goal, aspirations, and then the life insurance need to match that. Here's what we mean. They are policies that are straightforward. It's just going to offer lifelong insurance till the moment you die. Whether you are 110 years old, the policy it's there, it will cover you. Those could be your guaranteed universal life insurance, even whole life insurance, it's like that. Now there are also some policies that offer a little more flexibility and some additional benefit, like possibly building cash value. Now, cash value is a benefit that it's built within the policy, and it allows you to access money that grows, and you can use that money while you're still alive again, just like with the term with the living benefits. But this time there's no restrictions for health conditions. You can actually use it as a part of your retirement. And there are a lot of information on the topic, and if you want us to provide us with an accurate pricing solutions on that, simply reach out to us and we will create a comprehensive plan and let you know what this product costs and what it can do for you. So just to summarize, when it comes to life insurance for H1B visa holders, there is not one product that addresses all. You need to think of it as a strategy, and the best way you can do this is by having two policies. One is term for the big need, the immediate coverage, and then the other one is permanent for you, the lifelong need. Some of the most common questions we've received on that is, why not a whole, like one permanent policy? That cost. That's pretty much it. It's gonna cost you a lot more if you have one permanent policy for $1 million versus the combination of two. So another thing we want you to keep in mind is that you still need to qualify for the insurance. And some of the things that companies look for when underwriting foreign nationals, even H1B visa holders, green card holders, is how long have you been in the US? You need to be physically here to be able to apply, and having a job or any kind of income just signals to the company stronger financial ties, and it just increases your chances of approval. And in a summary, we want to point out something very, very important, and that would be a couple of things that you definitely must do as a foreign national here in the US when you're considering planning for your future. The one thing is, if possible, create a living trust. It tremendously can benefit your family if something happens. Basically, you outline what you need or what you want to happen in the event of you passing away. Make sure that all of your beneficiaries throughout your 401ks, group life insurance, even to your checking account, make sure that you designate a beneficiary to those accounts. Make sure your loved ones know where to find that information, because that's another common problem that people deal with. It's like, I know there is a policy, but I don't know where to call or who can I reach to get the benefit. And make sure you talk to your family. Tell them, hey, this is what I want. If I were to pass away, I want to be buried in the US, or I want to be buried back home. Just communicate that with them. It's definitely not an easy topic to discuss, but by all means, it's a very, very important one. And the last one that you should consider while we are on topic of this financial planning and strategizing as foreign nationals is taxes. So by all means, we're no expert in tax. So what we want to give you or what we want you to take away from this is you need to consider taxes and how are they going to affect you in future. Just to give you an overview, if you do become a US citizen, you will be taxed on your worldwide income, net worth, assets that you have. So definitely be mindful of that. If you were to put money in retirement, how is that going to affect future income, taxes, social security? So there's a lot to think and a lot to consider. But just to keep this video on point, take the time to plan for it. Life insurance, it's a big piece of that financial puzzle, and you need to make sure you set it up correctly. Sometimes going by price, great, but there is a little more to it. And if you set it up right, it can just work very well for you and your family in the future. If you need some additional information, if you want us to dig a little deeper into the living benefits or which type of permanent life insurance is best for you, simply reach out to us. We will take the time to review your circumstances and present you with a solution. And then you can review it, consider it, sleep on it, and decide if that really makes sense to you. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, simply reach out to us, leave a comment below on the video, or send us a message. We hope you have a great rest of your day.